Morgan Reynolds will get the gym dog pound, the student section right behind the floor exercise mat, to their feet as Georgia will open on floor.
First pass, an a front double full. That's new for Morgan this year, and she's handled that well. I think she likes starting off with that twisting element. First pass. 1.5 front layout, very clean landing. She's got a lot of energy in this routine and just in general.
And 3 twisting passes in the routine, which is interesting.
You know, and some gymnasts prefer twisting over flipping, and that's totally okay. The judges are okay with that as long as you show a balance of front and back tumbling and you have the difficulty in the twisting. That's the signature move for the gym dogs. They add a little go dogs for the crowd to join in on these routines. Putting into her last pass, the front Rudy, very solid. That's going to be a huge first score for the gym dogs on floor.
And Morgan Reynolds, you know it means so much to her to be competing in this Coliseum. She's from Athens, had a 9.9 on floor in her first ever routine here, and so now you start counting down the number you've got left, and the Athens crowd has just embraced her and loved her for 4 years. So it's nice to see her be able to start and set the tempo and for George. 9.825 for Morgan Reynolds in the opener, and here is senior Beth Roberts.
Beth starting off with a double pike. That was beautiful. Beth hasn't really gotten to compete on floor, so I know that she's so excited to finally get to compete in segment as a senior. She definitely has some talent on this event. She's a huge tumbler. As you can see, she had a lot of power coming out of that second pass.
She struggled on vault at LSU, and since then at Auburn, just floor. Here today, just floor. And maybe in a way that's helped to just kind of refine her focus a little bit, because she's been very solid and steady, but you can see with the height she gets on that opening double pike, she's got the potential to be a nice scorer here as kind of a floor specialist, or if she can add vault back in, kind of a leg event specialist for Georgia. She's got that potential out there.
She definitely does have the power, and I think it's just a matter of getting the experience. She exhibition on vault, and it was a great vault, so I think that was huge for her confidence after LSU to kind of get another one under her belt in front of the judges, and another huge double tuck. That was a great routine. I think she'd say the best so far of her career competing, and what a way to do it when you're here, first meet in Stegman.
No doubt about that, and Beth is another example of, as we talked about at the very beginning of the broadcast, Georgia's got a lot of upperclassmen, so you look, you see, there's a lot of juniors or seniors, but they don't have that competition experience, and Beth is an example, but you see her finishing with that beautiful double of 9.825s, which are both season highs, and in the case of Beth Roberts, a career high as well. Vivi Babalis up third for the Gym Dogs. Love that.
Starting with the attitude.
Love it.
That chalk drop. Beautiful round-off double tuck. I think this routine definitely fits Vivi's personality. She's had some classical music in the past, but you can see this is more of a hip-hop, more of an, can't even think of the word, just definitely lets her show her personality and her attitude.
And again, kind of like we were talking about earlier with Haley Sanders, she wouldn't have been my first guess if someone was going to start their routine with a chalk drop, but it works for her. And it's great to see a different side of the competitor than maybe we normally get to.
Last pass, ground up double pike, a little over rotated, looks like her knees buckled just a hair, but she stayed on her feet. that was a good routine for Vivi. Again, that personality, that's such a different routine for her, but I think it's more fitting, and she's going to have a lot of fun with that routine this year.
Yeah, she had a 9.8 on Friday night at Auburn, and I think that's a routine that is going to play very well here at home.
She's got to get a little more comfortable with those lands.
Trio of 9.825s, and those are all season highs, so Sabrina Vega will try to keep that ball rolling and make it 4 for 4. Her season and career high is a 9.8.
Starting off with a full in. Huge, very clean landing. When you say big personality, Sabrina Vega is the one that I think of. She's a freshman, but she is definitely comfortable on the floor, and she has a lot of fun with her gymnastics and with her team. 1.5 front layout. Huge smile from the freshman. Again, because she's older as a freshman, I think that gives her the appreciation for the sport and knowing that you can't do it forever, you know, and so while you can, enjoy the moments.
She has battled injuries after injuries, and it's a win just to get to this point where, as Kat said, as a 21-year-old, to be a freshman and have the chance to live out that dream of competing as a collegiate gymnast in front of 10,000 fans here is something really special.
Gearing up for her last pass. Out of a handspring, double pike. Huge double pike. I don't even think she's tired. That was a huge last pass. Beautiful start for the freshman here in segment, and the crowd loved it. You can hear they are very pleased.
I was going to say, there was no fatigue at the end of that routine. She's just a freshman, right? She's got all that youthful energy.
Exactly. Huge double pike. Just dropped out of the sky. That was a great routine.
That should break up the streak of consecutive 9.825s, I would think, there. As we go back over to Beam, NC State responded nicely. Season highs for Georgia. Snead will try to keep that streak going. And how about freshman Sabrina Vega, who just had a season and career high 9.925 off of that beautiful floor routine.
Again, just like Rachel Dixon with that huge score on bars, she's never going to forget this moment, her first floor routine in segment. She's going to know how fun it was. She's going to want to come back and do it tomorrow and the next day and the next day.
Well, luckily, she gets 4 home meets in a row, so it's perfect.
Full in for Snead. That's an upgrade for her. Beautiful. Again, it's great to start off with those E first passes. Front Rudy into the handspring step out. No deductions there. I think she took a move from Beth Fox's routine last year. She's got the wave going in segment. I saw somebody just throw up his baby for the wave. Double pike, beautiful last pass. This has become such a strong event for the Gym Dogs, and it's a great way to end at home in segment. Just so much fun for the crowd to watch and for them to show their personalities off.
This is going to be a tough team to compete against in Athens. It always is, but you're absolutely right. When you can finish this way on floor, which right now is looking like one of the more consistent events through 3 meets for Georgia, and now they're getting big. Already sitting on a 49.3 on floor, can only improve it here with Gigi Marino in the anchor spot, Sabrina Vega 9.925, and Snead with a 9.9. So Georgia has built those scores throughout the rotation. The table is set right now for Gigi Marino.
And she definitely has a chance to end this with an exclamation point. Her career high is a 9.95, so she's capable of big things on this event.
It would take that for Georgia to score a 197 here at home.
Double layout, little little bit of a bounce out of that. Sometimes you just lose your feet. They come out from under you. Front layout. Beautiful for Gigi. She's had a couple minor injuries throughout the fall and then very early on to start the season, so I know she's happy to be consistently in this lineup and the vault lineup. She knows she can contribute a lot to the team. Kevin, you're right. I can feel the bass.
Oh my gosh. Either that or there's an earthquake in the Athens area.
We wouldn't know either way. Finishing off with a huge double tuck. So, I don't know if it will necessarily get the 995 she was looking for, but still, great way to start off and a huge score for the Gym Dogs.
Yeah, and Marino's still coming back from an injury. She didn't even compete vault week 1, so to get her back out there and that double layout, she's done a million times dead cold, so I don't think they're going to worry too much about that first pass. You could see her finishing up there. She got better as the routine went on, which is always a good sign.
Definitely.
Scores come up for Gigi Marino. It's a 9.825. Georgia finished with their highest performance of the day on floor, and we'll come back to Stegeman Coliseum to wrap this one up and give you your final scores when we continue in Athens, Georgia, and NC State.